Hello, thanks for visiting this page. When you work with us at Realty Trust Services, you'll be working with a team to get your short sale sold. We use a 10-step system and follow rigorous checklists to make sure that your home has the very best chance to be sold and paid off. Let me share with you the experience that you will have when you work with us on our 10-step system for selling your home and getting your home paid off with a short sale. The first step of the short sale is getting pre-qualified for a short sale by calling me at 888-4-STOP-IT, or you can call me at 440-427-0123 locally. This step starts with you, the seller, taking initiative to give me a call. I want to make sure that if I work with you, I can basically guarantee you a successful short sale. In order to assure a high probability of success and make sure I understand your situation, I will ask a series of questions regarding the nature of your hardship, about your mortgage company, the kind of mortgage you have, and about where you are in the foreclosure process. We will also discuss possible options you may have other than a short sale. You will also have the opportunity to ask questions that you might have about the process. At the end of the phone listing interview, if a short sale appears to be your best option and I believe we have a high probability for success, then we will make arrangements to get the short sale listing and financial package out to you along with a checklist of important documents necessary for the full short sale application. This is where step 2 starts. If you are internet savvy, which you probably are if you're watching this video, you can actually fill in a form right on this site, and the entire package will be mostly filled out for you, including the hardship letter. All you have to do is print the resulting PDF Adobe Acrobat document and sign it and work through your financial document checklist. You can then fax us back the complete package or scan and email it to us if you know how. However, if necessary, we can go to our own site and fill out the package for you and print it out and mail it to you along with a return envelope so you can complete it and send the package back to us. When we receive your package in completion along with all the financial information, we review it to make sure that it's complete and there are no errors and it's organized for our files, and if necessary we'll ask you for any missing documents or for corrections. In step 3, we will enter your property into the MLS marketing system and begin marketing your property. If the property is in reasonable driving distance from our home base, I or my assistant will come out and take pictures of the property and leave a lockbox and a for sale sign. I will also take measurements and collect other information that isn't readily available from previous MLS listings of the property. If you're further out, we will rely on your description of the property and digital photos that you send, or if necessary, we'll pay or partnership with the local agent to assist us in getting the information that we may need. We may FedEx a sign and lockbox to your home in the case of being longer distance, working a short sale. I or your assigned negotiator will immediately begin communications with the lender by sending in your letter of authorization, and if necessary, asking the lender to please delay foreclosure while we market your property. I or my assistant will send you a copy of the completed MLS advertisement and ask that you verify the information we put in and that it's correct to your best knowledge. We market the property and price it with an objective of getting an offer written on the property in 1 to 3 weeks. However, there may be specific situations where it will behoove our seller to market in such a way that it instead takes 60 to 90 days in order to get an offer. Step 4 starts as offers come in. I interface between you, the seller, and the buyers or buyer's agent making the offers. My job is to advise you in this phase which offer is the best. In the case of the short sale, the highest offer isn't always the best. The most important thing is that we find a buyer that we are certain will stick it out for 30 to maybe even 90 days that it might take to approve the short sale, and we also look for someone who is very qualified that will definitely be able to close at the appointed time. When you as the seller choose the offer and accept it, contingent on bank acceptance, then we move to step 5. In step 5, I package the offer along with a detailed estimated settlement statement and detailed financial information, which will typically include the following: 30 days of pay stubs, 60 days bank statements, a proof of government or other income, a detailed financial statement filled out with a brief letter about your hardship and 2 years' taxes. I will also typically submit a comparative market analysis so that the bank can get an idea of what today's realistic value might be. In step 6, the lender receives the file and inputs it into the system. Lenders that are really backed up can take a month or more just to get the file entered into the system, so that when you call in, they can actually acknowledge having received the file. Some lenders will have this done in 24 hours or less, however. Our job is to follow up continually, either way, making calls to make sure that this file is received and moving forward, and let you, the seller, know what is or isn't happening as we follow up. After the lender inputs the file, they assign it to a loss mitigator or negotiator, which is step 7. It is more follow-up that we have to do to make sure this happens. We will typically urge whoever we are in contact with while following up to go ahead and order an appraisal or broker's price opinion, which is typically referred to as a BPO. So at times step 8 may happen before step 7 or at the same time. Again, our goal is to make sure that you as the seller are notified every time there is action with your case, so that you are never wondering what is happening. During this follow-up, the lender may ask for extra information from you, the seller. It's absolutely essential that you commit at the start of a short sale to get us all requested documents in a very timely manner, as small delays can cause short sales to fail. One of our jobs whenever the BPO or appraisal is ordered is to provide information to whoever the bank sends out to value the property. We want to make sure that this value is fair and reflects current market value, because one of the worst things for a short sale is for the bank to think your house is worth more than it really is. That can be the kiss of death to selling your home on a short sale. Step 9 would typically begin with your lender sending us over an approval letter or possibly giving a verbal approval. We as your agent would forward this information to the seller, you. You would decide whether the terms of the short sale acceptance are acceptable to you or not. If the deficiency is not forgiven, or you are being requested to bring a large amount of cash to close, or being asked to sign a large promissory note for the loss, we would assist you and advise you in your response, and would most likely notify the lender that such terms will not work, and if the bank wants to benefit from a short sale, they'll have to remove the unfavorable terms from the letter or face a certain loss at foreclosure sale. Typically, this would be enough, and nearly all times, to be able to secure favorable terms in your short sale acceptance letter. In step 10, after all the terms of the payoff letter are agreed upon, we'll follow up with the buyer to make sure that he or she brings the money to close in a timely fashion. Once the buyer has arranged financing or brought cash to close, then the seller can schedule with the title company to sign the closing papers. Once the property is closed, the title company will transfer your property to the new buyer and send funds along with the HUD-1 settlement statement signed by both parties to your mortgage company, which will then satisfy your mortgage. Congratulations on your completed short sale. You're now mortgage free and ready for a new start.